Hey there at Tracktown. This is Donald Cunningham, and I shot this video to show you some tips and tricks and things you can do to improve your online presence. I do this because I found that oftentimes business owners are too busy running their business to explore all the ways that the internet can help them and their business. And there are three things that you can do today to bring more customers to your business through your website. And those three things are content, citations, and backlinks. And when we talk about content, we're talking about anything that appears on your homepage, including pictures and words, and words behind pictures. Okay, now we want to talk about the word content. It's been found that the word content on sites that rise to the top have between 1,500 to 2,400 words on their homepage. I did a quick scan of your site and you have about 635 words on your homepage. Okay, now this is your top competitor. They have 1,720 words on their homepage and their site shows up on the first page of the Google search. Now this is a tool that I use called Ahrefs. It's a paid tool, but essentially what it does, it gives me the background details of what Google looks at when it's ranking a website. And when we're talking about word content, we want to make sure that you have keywords in your word content that are going to be used in searches to find you. Okay, now this is your competitor's site in Ahrefs. Shows here that they have 42 keywords they're being found for. And click on here. These are the keywords that they're being found for. Small moves. Small move is the top one. A great moving crew is their brand name. Movers Eugene, 200 volume uh, searches in a month. So these are the top keywords that they're being found for. Okay, now this is your website in Ahrefs, and it shows here you have been found for any keywords. So what you would need to do is, as I said before, you want to have a minimum of 1,500 words on your home page, and you want to include keywords that your competitor has as causing them to rank, and you want to include those same keywords in your content. Okay, that brings me to now the second thing I wanted to talk about is citations. Now, a citation is your name, address, and phone number. Well, first, let me back up. What we have here is we have the results of a Google search. This side is the organic listing. Over on this side is our map section, which we call a map fact. Now, as I was saying, your citation is name, address, and phone number. As you see here, you have name, address, and phone number. And this is what's known as a NAP. Now, the important thing about the NAP is that you want to have your NAP listed in online directories, and this is what is going to cause your site to rise in the map section. Okay, when I'm talking about the online directories. It's directories such as these: Yelp, Yahoo, Bing, and so forth. And these are some of the top directories on this chart here, but there's also a couple of hundred other directories that your NAP can be listed in. And the goal is you want to have your NAP listed in more directories than your top competitor, which will cause your site to rise higher in Google ranking. Now there's a site that I use called Bright Local, and on that site you can see exactly how many directories your NAP is listed in, and you can see the directories your competitor is listed in, and then you could match those, and then in addition to that, have your NAP added to even more directories. So ultimately, you would have your NAP listed in more directories than your competitor. Okay, now the third thing I wanted to talk about is backlinks. Backlinks are what give your site authority. A backlink is when one site links back to another site, and the site being linked to gets authority from those sites linking to it. And the more relevant the sites linking to your site are, the more valuable the link. Okay, now this is your site in Ahrefs again, and then now we're going to be looking at the backlinks. It shows here that you have 10 backlinks. Now back to your competitor site in Ahrefs. Now this time we're looking at the backlinks, and they are they have 29 backlinks. Look here. Now this shows all the sites that are linking back to their site. But what we could do here is we could get these same sites to link back to your site, but then in addition to that, you can get even more sites linking back to your site, which would give you more authority and cause your ranking to be higher. Okay, well, that's it in a nutshell. Again, we went over content. You want to have a minimum of 1,500 words on your home page, but you want to include keywords that searches are going to be using to cause your site to be found. The second thing we went over was citations. You want to have more citation. You have your NAP or your citation listed in more directories than your top competitor, which will give you more relevance in Google as far as ranking. And the third thing we talked about was backlinks. You want to have more sites linking back to your site than your top competitor, which would give you more authority in Google's ranking. And so if you do these three things, it's going to move your site up to the top in a Google search. So now so as we close, I just wanted to, I hope that the information, the things that I've showed you has been informative and it's something you can use. If you have any questions about or you want more further explanation about anything that I've talked about, or if you would like my help in performing some of these strategies, give me a call. My number is 714-473-0269. Again, my name is Donald Cunningham, and my number is 714-473-0269. And so I thank you for watching the video, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks, and you have a good day.